It's like, if you agree with someone, you know, like Raquel Welch's one great piece of ass, forget about it. Then it's also like if something is the greatest thing in the world, like we get those peppers, forget about it. Sometimes it just means forget about it.
Looking like Jesus at the Last Supper, surrounded by snakes when the crowd loves ya. Who's this ruthless Judas? Doesn't matter, bro. He only has one goal, leaving you on sabbatical. Alien predator, making you pray to your God, pleading for your forgiveness when you face this mirage. Forget about it. It's a tale as old as time is reminded when you're blinded. What divine designed it led us to this moment. Lock, stock, and barrel. Careful getting loaded. Shots off on arrow. Caught in crosshair splittings. Justify the means, right?
Well, it's less to tell, more to see, maybe, but we could talk about it for sure. I can't believe you haven't seen the dicks going to space.
Dicks go to space.
Apparently. First time finding out about this.
I don't know, but it looks like shaped like Willie. What is that?
That's the first thing I think of.
But it looks like a giant Johnson. You guys didn't see it? Oh, man.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the first beep I saw about it, was that, like, that video that was the first time I saw it going down, was somebody sent me that shit.
It was perfect.
Oh, it was so good.
Perfect. Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's good
All
to
right,
know.
y'all. Well, we need comments quick. Let us know if we fixed it or not. I think we did.
Can you
know
hear
what I'm me?
saying?
Yeah, jump in. We gotta get feedback
Shout out
on everybody's
to CJ
mics.
Johnson and Mama Delicio for letting us know that we're back and we're doing good.
Hey.
Right,
on,
perfect.
Right on.
Right,
Long time
cool.
listeners, always listening. Oh man, we're
Yeah,
getting a
yeah.
lot of love with these.
Ain't
We
that right?
appreciate
Ain't
it.
that
Thank
right?
you. Thank you. I appreciate it definitely.
Well, anyways, so Steve was going on about some miners or something. I don't know. Boy, they was like, I don't know what they was doing, but dang or something. You might have been talking about Shia LaBeouf.
Digging.
But in any case, we drank this fire ass beer that was named after his grandpa. It's called Delicious.
My great grandpa.
Great grandpa. Go check that shit out on the Instagram. I posted it already.
Hell yeah.
And,
You can't get that beer anywhere else except for from that brewery. So if you're heading south on I-25, stop in Raton, go see the Colfax Ale Cellar. They got great beers on draft. They got beers to take home like these in the
You know what you're
22-ounce
talking about.
bottles. Hey, stop there.
Remind me how much more of a drive that is past Trinidad.
Like
20 minutes.
Perfect.
It's just over the pass.
I'll be there.
Will you hand me one of these fly fishing ones? My
Oh,
man's
yes.
in them. My man's in them.
He's making it
Eric.
happen. He's making it happen.
Well, let me tell you guys that Eric has been magnificent today. We hit like, I don't know, hurdles that I thought were gonna end the shit, and somehow, here we are, living the dream.
He just always has an idea. Solutions, bro. Solutions.
Yeah.
Love it.
Little shout
Uh-huh.
out to this beer. Our, just drinking beer here. Four Noses up in Arvada. Always doing great stuff. This is their, keep the lights on beer. They always make this one. Just a little, nice little Pilsner that's real good, biscuity. I drink this shit all the time.
Look, boy, it's got a trout
Biscuity.
on it, and it's dedicated to fly fishing, and it's called Perfect Drift. But if you know what that is, it means that your fly is sitting on the river, and the entire line of the fly is also drifting all at the exact same time, and you're not getting any drag. That's when, in tight lines especially, that's when the fish
They don't even know what to do. It hits that
Don't even-
instinctual fish muscles
Don't even
that they
know
just
what to
got to
do.
go get it.
Fish muscles.
Classic.
Fish.
Fish.
Wow, boy.
You're
Fish.
fucking fish shit.
Yes.
Fish.
Man, I
You're
still
speaking my
think
language.
about that video.
Perfect.
If you knew
Where's his
Jose
fish
for a
beer?
long time, you saw that fish video.
What fish video?
You know the video. Every time you would just have nothing else to say, you would type
Oh,
in fish
yeah.
into YouTube and it'd play that fucking video
Yes.
of that aquarium fish all the fucking time.
Whenever
Dude, you
we would
play
get
that.
bored,
Yeah,
yes, that's what I
that
put.
would
Yeah.
that was like your default go-to, and you would be like fish, and you'd be like what, and then that video would be playing already.
That's right. That's right. Now I remember.
When we worked at CCA in 2009, you hacked my Facebook and wrote fish.
Yes.
It comes
Yes,
up
I
in my
did.
memories
Yes,
every
I
year.
did.
Every year there's a memory where you wrote fish and then something else. I love fish, or like just something else. Like oh man, it was like 3 of them,
Yes, I remember that.
and people were even commenting. Fools that worked with us were commenting like, "What the fuck? What?"
No, but the best one was when you took Raul's head and put it on a fish
Oh my!
and then posted
goodness.
that on Facebook. Now that was
Oh my
epic.
goodness! And I made it a meme. No, hold on. Check this out.
I don't
I
know what you
took-
guys are talking about.
This
Haven't
dude,
seen it?
This dude kept getting Raul with fish. He would like put fish on his desktop or put fish, whatever. He kept fucking with Raul, and Raul was like started to get fake mad about it, right? And so I made a meme with Raul's face
On the fish.
on a goldfish, and then like I wrote a few different things, and the one I remember was because they had just went golfing, and somebody said that he had knocked one in the lake. And so on this fish meme, I put goes golfing, spends his time in the water.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh man, it was fucking hilarious.
That was great.
Oh man, fish. Yeah. Gosh, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, it was like keep calm and fish. that's
I
that's
need
how,
a
that's
shirt.
how old this meme was.
I need a shirt.
Oh man, I'm sure I still have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Saved up for when I need it. Watch out, Raul.
Eric, you said earlier you wanted to say something about space dicks.
That's right.
So on the topic of space dicks, today for you who didn't know, specifically what happened is Daddy Jeffrey Bezos went up to the edge of space and came back down. It was like 11, like he was up there for like a couple seconds, like it wasn't anything too crazy. But one, I'll show you a picture here in a second. The spaceship looked like a dick. That's what he's talking about, space dicks.
Got
Two is after that he was being interviewed for the news and stuff like that, and they asked him the question of, does this inspire you to do like more outer space stuff or something like that, something along the lines of that? He was like, yes, but then he had like the most evil villain laugh afterwards. It's wild.
I want to
know
hear.
Do you
about
think
that.
do you think that was directed
Can
towards
you play
Elon?
that laugh in there right now?
Because they've been in competition over this stuff for a while. That might have been directed to Elon.
You're gonna have
that
to put
evil
that
yes.
clip on Instagram until they click it off, so that we know what the fuck you're talking about. Cause it sound wild.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see any of that.
I will play it here in a second.
He is weird though, dude. Like he talks, like bro, dude. Like he talks. He imagine when I hear his voice, he'd be like talk like this, like on his own when he's like no one else is around, bro. And then he's like, damn, bro. Like he talk all weird like this.
Like, fool.
Nah,
No.
like
He's actually from Jeff Bezos is from the south side of Denver.
yeah, he might be. Now you know.
Psych.
I got the clip.
That that might be my only exit, but I was trying to do like Southern California.
Oh man, that was a fail in Southern
Oh
California.
yeah, that'll work. And I was trying to find it too, and I could never find
You
it.
got to go surfer in that.
Well, I tried to go like Keanu Reeves in my mind, but
You
like
gotta go.
Keanu Reeves is tight as fuck.
You
in
got to
my
go to
mind.
like
He's
Sean
a cholo.
Penn's character in fucking Fast Times at Ridgemount High.
There we go.
That's Southern California right there.
Uh-huh.
You don't know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've watched that movie once maybe
Oh, okay.
when I was real young. Like I remember his hair.
Yeah. Do you remember him ordering like the pizza in class and getting a pizza delivered to his like high school class?
Nope, I turned down Doug by then.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Well,
Did you
know
find
what
the
I'm
clip?
I found the clip.
Let's hear it.
You have grander space ambitions than going to the edge of it. Did this moment motivate you to push deeper into the cosmos? Hell yes.
Oh, damn.
Hell yes.
And then after that was a clip of Dr. Evil.
I love it.
a lot of Dr. Evil memes I've been seeing too, just because the bald head, Jeff Bezos sitting in his little space suit playing NASA.
He's setting himself up. You think at this point that there's like publicists like really doubling down on that? Like, hey, let's make it.
Did
like
you
a
hear
dick.
that question? That fucking question was like a plant, obviously.
Yeah. That was a setup.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Well, we got to the bottom of
Did y'all
space
hear
days.
Yeah.
the other thing that happened with that?
Of course.
About the, what's the word? what's that thing when people put up a thing and then people can like auction? So they
An auction.
auctioned off one of the other seats in the spaceship. Somebody paid like $28.9 million or something like that, and then like a week before they went up to space, he was like, "Can't make it." So then that's why
What?
they sent up like an 18-year-old high schooler or kid that just like graduated from high school to go up to space, which is cool for him. But like, imagine having $28 million and be like, "Oh, you know what? I gotta go to Top Golf today. I can't make it to
The
space."
insane.
wildest part though is that they're like, they went to fake space.
What does
It's
that
not
mean?
like it's like they went out, but they didn't go out.
Like, what's
You
the
know what I'm
order,
saying?
right? Like, you have the atmosphere, you have the stratosphere, and then I think there's another one. I don't know the name of that one. And I think then you get to space. I think. I might be wrong.
Well, check
there
this
might
out.
not be
Look,
another one.
So here they went by definition of the military, and the military calls it space because they're trying to have dominance of airspace still, and so they call it at like 72,000 miles, right? The space station is at like 140,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The moon, a gang of motherfucking miles. And here's the best perspective I heard. Neil deGrasse Tyson said it like this: If you have a high school globe, right? The space station is about a centimeter off the high school globe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where Bezos and Richard Branson went
Mm-hmm.
is so close to the globe still, you don't have a measurement for it on a normal ruler. It's about a millimeter or two. It's like right there, millimeter and a half, right above the globe itself. So they won't even see the curvature of the Earth. They're not high enough. You know what I mean? The moon, fucking mile away. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Mars. The moon is like fucking 20 feet away or some shit. But Mars is
But
like
still,
a mile
yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as like so distances, and so it's like he was making that point because all these rich dudes talk about they're going to space. It's like, well, they're not actually even going to space. It's kind of like a spectacle. They're kind of just going to the point where it gets a little dark, and then they're coming right back.
That's still really cool, though.
I mean,
I see what you're saying, but that's still really dope.
Is
that,
it though?
That it's happening. Because, I mean, to me,
Is
that
it
means
though?
progress.
I mean,
Wait.
no,
What's
well,
the progress we're making
No,
here?
because again, Elon is already sending space. He's the
Right,
the
right,
shuttle
right.
right now for
Right.
all the shit that goes twice as high, right? And not only that, when we're talking about people going to space, Elon wants to go to Mars,
Right.
right? Like that's space. You know what I mean?
What
This
I
other shit
mean
they're
by
doing,
it is-
those fools are flexing on some shit, and all they're gonna end up doing is they're gonna rile up the military and be like, motherfuckers can't just be in space. Space Force is gonna take control of that shit, and then we're gonna have motherfuckers in space patrolling and doing weird shit.
Pseudo space, though, not real space.
I mean, but if they start claiming that, where's the point where they end and they stop being that? And then again, imagine what Russia says about that, or China, or you know what I mean? Who have their own space forces. And then you have space wars, and you have some goofy shit because these fools are flexing. They're not even actually making progress. They're just they're using technology we done had in the 60s. Fools did this in the 60s. This exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They were the first motherfuckers in space. Were
Sent
fools who did
chimps,
this.
sent a dog,
right. But
Sent
back then,
people,
so I just got done reading the
allegedly.
Elon Musk book. I think it's just called Elon Musk. But they were just talking. They were just talking about the competition that it created. You know, when everybody was, you know, like you said, like China, Russia, like, you know, and when you have someone who basically privatized it, right? Like Elon. Now you have Jeff Bezos doing this. It's basically created competition to see who can get.
Yeah,
But
but
you
they're
know what
not.
I mean? So-
but the thing is they're not innovating. Elon was innovating. Still
Absolutely,
is.
absolutely.
They're not. They're using their money to buy and make things that we did in the 60s to flex on other people using the money after like the last year since COVID. Amazon's been in the news about like terrible work situations, motherfuckers with GPS that have to do specific things or they don't get their whatever pay and all kinds of shit, and motherfuckers are in like the worst situations, and then this food comes out like fucking hell yes. And they're like, he's like, I want to thank all the Amazon customers and the people who work for Amazon. You're the ones who sent me to space. And he didn't say it like that, but he said, you guys, this is because of you. And it's like, yeah, because of us. He's spending millions of dollars to flex on semi-space.
Right.
Boy, that's some bottom dollar bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck these fools. Use that money elsewhere or pay the employees. I don't know.
Give
But they're
them
not
some
in
breaks.
They're definitely not innovating. This isn't something where they're doing some like special, and CNN definitely reported it like it was, but it ain't. It is not no special thing. These motherfuckers did this in 1964. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? Remember we were talking about Fortunate Son? Fortunate Son, it just came out. And they couldn't let's do it on the way because they didn't have any track in that bitch. And they did this already. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I'm like I said, the fact that it's even happening though, and there's more of this going on. I mean, yeah, Elon Musk was innovating. He was making the cost of the rockets cheaper. Like he was actually making new products, and he was doing it himself to get to where. That in itself is amazing.
They re-land.
Yes, they
back on
actually
Earth
come
and
back.
shit.
Yeah,
Whew.
that in itself is amazing. But that's what I'm saying is like he created the new like you got to get to here type of thing, right? And I think that's a driving factor into what they're trying to do. Like you said, they're celebrating things that aren't really made to be celebrated. But to him, that's a big deal, right?
Fuck those fools. The fuck? That boy's worth like 200 and something billion, I think.
And he can't figure it out.
Him himself, what? Come on.
Yikes, Pikes.
But anyways,
all while the world burns.
No doubt.
oh damn.
Fucking A.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking A. I hear you. I just don't see too much of a difference between those little competitive folks and Elon Musk too much. You know.
In what sense?
Well, y'all.
Elon Musk provides everything to the space station. That's not dope.
It's not that it's not dope. Like, it's cool that he gets rockets there and shit.
And innovation.
It's cool.
Well, like you said, the fucking space station was built before all this. Like, getting rockets there has been something we've been able to do for a long time.
we stopped doing it
It's
in
not
the
about
2000s.
the ability though. It's also about like the way it's being done too.
We were going
and the
with
resources
Russia,
that
B.
we're occupying in order to do it.
Motherfuckers would go with Russia. Up until a year and a half, 2 years ago. We tagged along with Russia. Because they would send shit up, but our budgets wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, at that point when Elon was even getting this started, he was shopping around different countries that would be able to supply this stuff, and he decided that that's all way too fucking expensive, and he's just gonna do it himself. Just put up shot like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a different breed, using different resources.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, Dick's in space.
Yeah, Dick's
So we got
in
to the bottom of
space.
it at least.
You gotta
SpaceX
know.
is pretty fucking cool. Not gonna
Fuck
lie.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's fucking
It's
awesome.
fucking
Fuck
cool, I
yes.
guess. Yeah, SpaceX is cool. Fucking Teslas are cool. Like, all that shit's cool.
They're also
Definitely
innovative and they're changing the market. Before Teslas,
That's fucking true. We can talk about
Before
how they're
at-
changing the market.
before Teslas, the car markets weren't even considering electric cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now they all not only have what? They got like multiple to choose from. Britain just said within 10 years, you're not allowed to buy them anymore.
Mm-hmm. You're not allowed to buy petrol
Because of
vehicles.
Yeah,
because
right.
of the population, because of the popularity that was started by Tesla. See, these things change the world. It's so just because they're like a company, you know what I mean? Like, what would make you feel better about that being like what would make you think that's commendable?
What's commendable?
Yeah, like changing the market
Well,
towards more electric cars, so we can stop with so much exhaust. Because the point was that everybody said that you couldn't make an electric car that was as fast or as dope as a motor a gasoline-driven car.
Well, so to start, when I say that they're changing the market, I don't mean at all what you mean by how they're changing the market in terms of like perception of this technology, perception of like Tesla's technology, and what they say. Because what Tesla says and what Tesla does are really different things. And if you look at the history of all of it, and you start looking into like how they continue to be a business and where they're actually like working money into stocks and different things like that, they are changing the way things are being done. You're seeing it being kind of replicated by other people who want to announce really big shit, kind of like say it's like gonna happen. Like if you remember, like for instance, those solar panel roofing tiles. You guys remember when they announced that shit? It was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was fucking made up. I mean, it's not real. And like, if you look at Elon's history of like announcing shit, that's pretty regular where it's like, but what happens every time he announces something? What happens every single time, especially now, good or bad? What happens?
Stock market shifts.
The stocks go up for Tesla, right? And there was like 2018, Tesla reported making like 4,000 cars. 4,000 cars. But profits and money in the stock market, that was incredible, right? So when I think about or talk about Tesla changing the market, they're changing the market in the stock market where speculation is now another thing we have to kind of worry about, where we're speculating that they're going to do these things that they're saying. Hold on, let me finish. If we're speculating they're going to do this, we got these solar panel roofs, and then when people who know about that shit and like know about the energy transfer of the sun and those, they're like, that's fucking not even a possible thing to do, right? And
none of this was possible before
hold
he
on.
made it possible.
I find it audacious for you to even consider that like Tesla is the one who made this up. Is the only company like out of all the out of everything these motherfuckers have done since the beginning of capitalism. You're trying to tell me that Tesla is like solely responsible for manipulating stock.
no. What I'm arguing and telling you, like you said, they are changing the market, right? They are changing the stock market.
So is every other company around their company. That's how it
Exactly.
works.
That's exactly.
And
how
if
it
they
works.
keep doing that, if they do it so many times that people catch on that they're not doing shit, their shit will start to react in a negative
their
way.
stock
when they
will go down. Exactly.
that's-
It just what ends up happening though is he's actually making it happen afterwards, and that has happened multiple times when they've been in near
where are
bankruptcy.
the roofing tiles? Where are the roofing tiles?
I mean, that's the same thing. They
Alright, man.
they started doing.
we
he started
can go with
advertising.
more examples. Let's go with, how about autonomous driving and all the shit he would talk in presentations about that, then be like,
and the
"Ooh, kinda
replacement
not."
batteries, and there's so much.
Or like, and then you don't hear about like how the autonomous driving has killed multiple people. How fucking Tesla, when that shit happens, where they've like had multiple reports. Like this dude did a bunch of like personal reporting, like found a bunch of like photos from junkyards and shit of like Teslas that have been wrecked, and found all this fucking evidence and like repetition of a pattern of these like what he ends up calling like a wonky wheel that a bunch of Teslas fucked up. But here's the thing, y'all ever seen a recall on a Tesla? On anything Tesla? Any recalls?
No,
like
because
you
here's
see?
the thing: is
no.
they get updates.
Okay. Right?
What the fuck
You
mean?
you can't update a fucking rim, bud. You can't update a fucking mechanical thing. You can update software.
There's
you
nothing
cannot
wrong with the
update
rims. Them rims are horrible.
Oh, of course, because you never heard anything wrong with the rims. But when all that shit happens,
What shit? Rims?
when those fucking cars break down and do goofy shit that they're not supposed to, Justin, like when they're not supposed to do, like the wheels going fucked up or the autonomous driving fucking chopping a dude's head off going underneath the semi and shit, all of that shit, Tesla makes those people sign NDAs.
Sure. It's
Oh,
also
no, not sure. Like, this is a dangerous thing that if any other car company operated this way to when repeating problems happen, a recall is then issued because something is an issue, right? And they recall these vehicles. We see Toyota do it. We just recently saw fucking Volkswagen get fucking thrown to the irons for the lies that
Okay,
they
well,
told.
let me tell you
Yeah,
something
Tesla
about
has
new
recalls too.
Let me tell you something
They
about new
don't.
technology.
Pull it
Listen,
up. Tell me what
let
they
me tell you something
recall.
about- Let me tell you something
Because it
about-
hasn't happened.
Look, I don't know. I'm not looking at the motherfucking Tesla recall sheet right now. And what I do know,
Okay.
what I do know is that
You don't want to believe me.
No.
You don't want to believe what I'm saying.
No, listen.
Because you're doubting
You're-
like
first
that
of all,
I'm
you're not
lying
even-
to you about a fucking
I'm
Tesla
not doubting
sheet
shit,
about
Phil.
recalls.
Listen,
Like,
I'm telling you that's a part of
I'm not
science.
looking at it.
No. Listen, I'm telling you that's a part of science. I'm not denying shit. I'm telling you it happens.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the only way we get autonomous driving is some motherfuckers got to die while we figure out what that computer does when it gets to a motherfucking situation where it's either a crowd or an old lady. And that's it. It's only fucking. That's the only decision it can make. It's crowd and old lady. There's no stopping. There's no nothing. It has to make an instant decision what to choose. One day we're gonna have to figure out how the fuck what the best decision for that thing is.
If anybody wants to help out with that, Harvard actually has a website where you can go on it, and it's a quiz basically of like healthy 5 people in a car or one obese person.
In
Who
the
does car
meantime,
hit?
in the
Like,
meantime,
if anybody wants to join
software
that.
is
Wow.
the one doing the calculations, and the software is gonna have unexpected bugs like all software does. And then it's going to get updates from those unexpected bugs. Now, am I saying that that's awesome? Maybe it should be a little bit more prominent on their contract when they buy a Tesla, whatever it is. I don't know. But
I mean,
will tell you-
absolutely.
but
I mean,
will
that's
tell you-
obviously
I will tell
something
you,
needs to be disclosed.
we don't get autonomous driving, not from trucks, not from nobody. Without that, and I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's cool, I'm just saying it's impossible not to. That's it. It's impossible not to.
Disagree.
Good luck. I'll tell you at the beginning of airplanes, more motherfuckers died than do now, and we updated the shit. Cars,
Same thing with cars.
we wear seatbelts now. Ask your parents if they always wore seatbelts.
Yeah.
We've updated all kinds of shit. Motherfucking cars now, the front end crushes like a can, and then you're in a cage, so all of that takes the absorption, and you take less of it inside of the cab. Because fucking 20, 30 years ago, all of them were made like tanks, and when you hit each other, you took the full brunt of it inside, and more motherfuckers died. Less motherfuckers die now, but people had to die for us to realize that was a problem. Technology always does this. So
Could
I
you
don't know
imagine-
about no motherfucking Tesla
Could you
recalls.
imagine if Big Seatbelt though, like made everybody sign NDAs after they didn't wear their seatbelts when they were in there?
No, I'll tell
and
you,
then died.
It was
and
like
then they're
anything
"No,
else.
no, no,
They didn't
no,
want
no."
to, and the fucking states made them. And then there was a bunch of people came out and were like, "Oh, it's against our rights. We have the freedom to do whatever the fuck we want. We shouldn't have to put on seatbelts." There was a whole fucking riot, just like everything else.
Masks.
You just weren't there.
You weren't either.
I'm just saying. Yeah, the point is,
Fuck you,
but
bud.
I know of it, and you're not even acknowledging it. You're
How am I
acting
not
like
acknowledging
you're
it?
acting like everybody's been the way exactly of what everything is right now forever, as if none of these things had mistakes along the way, and motherfuckers didn't pay the price for that. That's new technology, B.
Right.
I'm not
right.
saying it's cool. I'm just saying I'm not getting one.
But
yet.
it's weird though that like when people do get their head cut off by like that shit, you don't hear about a news cycle. Because if they
what?
did, what would happen to that stock?
Then we're not gonna get autonomous driving. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, fucking cry me a river. We don't get autonomous driving. I'm sorry. Like, fucking A, bud. Like, I don't give a shit about autonomous driving right now. We have a fucking globe to fucking save, an Earth to save. Like,
I know.
fucking,
Isn't that
like,
part of it,
I
though?
don't
And these
give a-
electric cars are getting us
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
that.
say, isn't that a part of it?
Right, we need electric cars so that we can rip more lithium out of the earth and fucking tear apart all that shit.
Nah,
where it
but
just
if-
doesn't seem like it's fucking just like gas, but it's
Nah,
doing the
man.
same fucking shit. What do you mean, nah, man? Fucking, this
Listen.
is how Elon's family got their money, is from fucking raping fucking the earth of lithium, and then that's how they got this money. Elon Musk is just a fucking rich white dude whose
Probably.
family has been exploiting the earth and people
I'm not saying
for a
he's
long
not
time,
friend.
and they fucking do it still, bud. And you guys are getting me heated talking about Elon,
Are
like
we?
jumping on that fucking rocket
I'm
dick.
I'm
like you wanna
intrigued.
fucking join.
I'm
it.
intrigued right now. What's with the lithium thing?
Like lithium.
No,
the-
I
the,
understand.
like-
So the lithium mining and everything. So how does that compare to what petroleum cars are doing now?
well, what
Damage
those are
wise.
not equate. You can't equate what the cars do.
Right.
You would equate it to what oil production does,
'Kay.
right?
Yeah.
And you're just taking things from the earth, and where that lithium is, you don't go to the middle of the sea and put fucking giant wells, right? to where it's manned by a few folks, right? When you're mining lithium, it's fucking in like the ground and shit. And the people that get that lithium aren't being paid no kind of wages like we get in America or any kind of labor conditions.
Right, but
that
outside
anybody
of that, I'm
deserves.
talking about lithium as the resource. Like, so is that compared to oil as the resource?
I mean, I don't know the statistics of like the amount of lithium in the earth, if that's what you're asking, versus the amount of like crude oil.
Right,
I
and
don't know.
I guess that's
But
where
again,
that's where I'm going.
what
Because as
happens
far as the
when we-
politics and
right,
all that stuff about
right.
it, I mean, that's
But just the same way that if you take a bunch of palm fucking trees and palm oil out of the fucking rainforest, it fucks shit up, right? When you start extracting carbon sinks, right, from or just pulling up, because I like the earth is being pulled up when you're mining lithium, all of that shit, right? Whenever you're taking the earth and fucking with its normal like balance of how it deals with shit, how it fucking pushes heavy metals down to the middle of the earth, it comes out in volcanoes, how it fucking the atmosphere works with rain and all this shit, like
so
all of
would
what's
it be
going
better
on.
in your perspective, would it be better to not do that at all with lithium and just keep doing what we're doing, even though we know oil is not gonna, I mean, we're not gonna be able to keep using it forever?
I do think we need to. So the problem is, right, we don't have a way to store the energy that we can collect.
Right.
Lithium is a way that we can do
Listen,
that.
I don't want to be the one to be like the Debbie Downer or anything, but I just saw you using your iPhone, which uses a lithium battery.
You're right. It's impossible to escape. Like,
Well, then what the fucking bloody fuck?
so the only reason we went on a lithium tangent is because he asked
It's
about
because
it.
you're mad at Elon. That's
For
why you went on
lithium?
lithium tangent. Because he said his whole family. He brought up his whole family, dude. You went in. Didn't y'all hear him?
I think his
He
dad
was
was
like,
just a
fuck
pilot,
the
bro, like,
Musks.
chill.
They got all this
No,
money
it wasn't
because of
like-
stepping on the throats of lithium miners or some shit. It was
Okay,
wild what you
y'all
said.
can listen to the same fucking narrative
I
that
ain't
they
read
want to
that one.
gaslight me out of. Like, Steven doesn't know. Fucking do your research about these fucking fools.
That should be a song. Steven doesn't know.
Steven doesn't know.
Sure,
Yeah.
make it a fucking song. Steven doesn't know about
Steven doesn't
Tesla. Doesn't know about Elon Musk.
But he made PayPal.
He did make PayPal.
That's a fucking wild
That's
story
that's
too.
the really like
That story is fucking wild too.
Yeah, I've heard
He
that one.
loves the letter X and like he's, whew, Elon Musk is a goofy guy.
He's definitely strange as hell.
The only
He's
other thing I did
eccentric
want to
as
talk about
motherfucker.
this is
You
that
still got more.
oh, I got fucking more because like this dude doesn't stop with the fucking like evil genius bullshit.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Okay. Well, so the other way that Tesla is changing the market is you guys have heard of them energy credits that companies can get for like, you know, being green and shit. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Like
Anybody?
tax credits?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, tax
yeah,
credits,
yeah.
or it's just like credits. There's all kinds of different. It's like
Yeah.
money in the bank kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been like stockpiling these. So you mentioned earlier like how other car companies don't do this, right? They let Tesla take the risk of like killing all these folks while they fucking test autonomous
No,
driving
that's
so that we can jerk off
Google's
while
on
we
it,
go to
too.
work. Like whatever you need, right? We need autonomous drive, but
Apple is too.
right,
Apple's on it too. They're all on it.
Keep going though. Keep going.
you're right. They're all on it, but there's also like technology out there that's better than the Tesla
Well,
shit
then
now.
stop buying their shit. Go ahead.
I'm not buying any of their shit. None of it.
You have an iPhone. Fuck. I call you on it all the time.
You, like your phone is any different.
I'm
Like,
not
what
the one
fuck?
tripping on it.
I'm not
You're
tripping
the one
on-
tripping
oh,
on
man.
it.
Stop fucking shifting the goalposts of what we're talking about, man. Fucking, let's get to the point, right? So, those energy credits of what they do, they sell in Teslas and they're energy like efficient or certified or whatever it needs to be, so that the government says like we're gonna
Got it.
give you a bunch of this credits and money for this shit. Bingo, bango, and then they sell Teslas. They even had like a whole campaign where they're like, buy your fucking Tesla. Don't wait 6 months to do that shit. Like you ordered it online, but just put that money down now. And that like enabled them to get a bunch of credits. That also enables them from like their like sales and all the things that they say that they're going to do for these other fucking auto companies to like transfer that shit over through these energy credits. I don't fucking like, I'm not a dentist, I said that earlier. I don't
know what
understand
the
all this
fuck
shit.
You just said
That-
transfer energy
no.
credits.
Didn't make any sense.
Okay.
I
Okay.
understand it.
Yeah,
What are
I've-
they,
I've
NFTs?
heard that.
No. I mean,
No.
it's so confusing, and this is like the higher level of shit, how energy works on a different level, how they start this shit and how they continue to like weave the capitalist
Who's
like
they?
people, the the fucking capitalists that are at the very top who
Who are these guys?
So the 1%, like
Michael.
what the like? Who do you need to know?
I need to know faces of who we're talking about.
Can't
Yeah,
just
I
say
don't like-
they.
Really?
like
I
these
can't
fools
say
that are
they
just
and
like
the
these
1%.
blanket dudes sitting
If
behind
people don't
a
understand what I'm
thing.
talking about, when like
Yeah,
1%
alright,
of
so
people
Warren
that
Buffett.
have that much money, like all that 90% of the
Jeff
money is in
Bezos.
those 1% of folks.
So it's cool when
It's
Jeff
not just
Bezos
Jeff
does it,
Bezos.
but it's not cool when Elon does it.
What? Who said? I never said Jeff Bezos was doing
I'm-
anything cool. Don't
I
fucking
thought you
put
liked
words
that
in my
fool.
mouth.
I thought you were
Especially
Jeff
about
fan.
Jeff Bezos being anything positive in my like outward
Look how
opinion.
disgusted he is.
I can't believe
I
you,
feel like
man.
you just taste it. Like you, I see it in your face.
Ugh.
The one thing that I will say about Tesla that's kind of like bothering me that they started doing that the rest of the automotive industry is picking up is that they'll install the autopilot systems and everything into their cars, and then they'll make you pay an extra $10,000 so that you can actually use it.
Tesla just changed that.
But then if you sell it, oh, did they?
They just said you could now do it for $200 a month.
Yeah,
And if
you
no,
don't like it, you
that's-
can
that's the
cancel
thing
it.
that's like annoying me too, is because like they're setting it up like I pay for Spotify is like $200 a month autopilot. But then like if you pay up like the $10,000 for it, you sell the car. Whoever gets it after you doesn't get that update. They got to pay that $10,000. And then like Audi and BMW and all those companies are.
But that's
also
just
picking
where
that up.
just where the market is moving to.
It
I mean,
is.
Yeah, I don't blame
it's
Tesla
I know it
for that.
sucks to
like-
have the ability to, but it's the same way you have a computer that has upgrades that aren't even available yet. But when it comes available, then it has the hardware to do it. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just where the
Windows
market's headed.
11 in December.
There you go. Yeah.
It's
Did
too
you get
much.
everything out?
Huh?
Did you get everything out
No, I
for
don't
Elon
think-
anyway?
I don't think you guys really understand still. I still don't think you ever will. Y'all are just you both have the chubbies for Elon too much, and
I don't have no chubby for nobody.
oh, you definitely got a chubby for Elon Musk. You
Hell
fucking
no.
rode that rocket dick
I fuck
all
with-
the way to
I
space
fuck
with
with
him.
Vanessa Hudgens, and that's the only chubby I got as far as famous people's concerned.
Yikes, Spikes.
Mm.
You'll well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll just give it a couple years.
I mean, sure. Here's the thing: is like you think that by me thinking SpaceX is tight, and that like then giving like you know what I mean, like hey, place a responsibility for that on the dude who runs it. You're taking that as if like I'm throwing on an Elon Musk football jersey and it's got all the brands tattooed on it. And then so we started talking about other ones and I'm like, well, Tesla did do this kind of thing in the market. That was pretty tight. And it was like zero recognition, but still it's like you're mad at me for not hearing you because I'm not on the fuck 'em all team. And I'm like, hold up. Yeah, fuck 'em for the whole lithium thing. I hear you shit. Whatever. Fuck 'em all for doing that shit. Fuck Apple for that shit too. I don't have Apple. Fuck y'all. Fuck Samsung for that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them all. They all getting lithium, and some motherfuckers getting gold from some goofy ass place, and some motherfuckers getting platinum from some goofy ass place. So this until we change the way we buy, it's the way it's gonna be. And right now, it's new technology, so that's what we got. When some motherfuckers make some new shit, a different offer, cool. Until then, is what we got. And in there, like again, I'm just saying these are cool things, and you're like plastering me as Team Elon Musk got a chubby. And I'm like, whoa. I just thought SpaceX is tight.
We'll see.
And that Tesla did some cool shit, and I wouldn't mind buying one. I also think the little home batteries tight. I think the eventually I'm sure they'll have the solar panels, and I think those are tight.
Yep.
I like the idea of absorbing sunlight for power. Fucking sue me for liking the dude who has the most money trying it.
And pushing towards it, so it becomes more commonplace.
You know what I'm saying? That's like getting mad at someone for liking the Apple, an iPhone, or nah.
Agreed.
You know, Justin, you say that you're not a fan, and then you say like, I like 6 of these things that Tesla's doing. So like, whatever world
I said
you're
one.
in,
I said one thing. And I also say that
Run
about
the tape, run
autonomous
the tape
driving.
back.
I'm just objective. I'm just being, and from an objective opinion, there's no way autonomous driving goes forward without people dying. I'm not saying that and it's okay. I'm not saying that and nothing. I'm just saying that no matter who does it, whether it's Tesla or Google or a fucking iPhone, doesn't matter who does it. Some motherfuckers are going to die while they're figuring out how it best works in situations that they did not know to even think about. Hey, man.
I mean,
I'm
I can't
just- I'm
argue
just
with
saying
that. Like, yeah, I
that's
mean,
objectively what happens with technology. And so I said that. And again, you take that as a chub for Elon Musk, and I'm just being objective.
sure.
I think you just have a hate chub for Elon Musk. And you're over here putting all your hate in that all over the place. And I'm going to need you to keep it to yourself.
I hate Chubb. I love it. It's great. Let me use it.
Speaking
I
of
definitely have a hate
absorbing light, y'all ever think about the fact that like plants and grass and just nature around us is green because that's like the best color to like absorb like the sun, and if we were like 10 feet away from like the sun further out, it'd be a different color.
Yeah.
Holy
Was that
shit.
the chloroform or not chloroform?
Chloroplast, I think.
Yeah, chloroplast.
Uh-huh.
That's the ones that were like, damn, I wish I had some chloroplast. I got no melanin, and the sun wants to kill me all the time.
He's like, my
I'm
defenses are
jealous
down.
of the plants. I'm jealous of the plants. Other folks like, dang,
My defenses are down.
I gotta like slather this like stinky lotion and shit on me just to like not get cancer.
That's wild. What's wild is flowers are different colors to attract bugs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Flowers that look like other bugs, or like bugs that look like flowers so that they could adapt that like
That shit's
surviving nature
wild.
freaks me out.
Bro,
Evolution.
I just got back
Uh,
from Costa Rica not too long ago, and the amount of like shit that I had never seen in my life just by taking like a walk, bro, that was amazing. Like the monkeys, the lizards, the like everywhere, like it was crazy. I was just engulfed by all the nature.
Jungle.
Yeah, the jungle, in the
Yeah.
middle of the jungle. Now that shit was
I
tight.
don't know that Venus flytraps can get indigestion if they don't catch the like flies right.
Really?
What
If
the
it's
fuck?
like half in,
Dang.
half out, they turn black and then they go back to normal after a little bit because of like
Wow.
not catching it.
That's
right.
So
dope.
you're
Wild.
just saying they just need some Tums?
Probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
They get indigestion.
I'm sure there's like
love
a
it.
scientific like bone-itis like doctor term for it, but indigestion for
Yeah.
not catching their prey route.
Huh.
Wow.
You sound like
Yeah.
a Venus flytrapeologist.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's some crazy shit out there.
Yeah, I
A
went
lot.
to school for Venus trapeologists.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah. Trapeology, sorry. Yeah, Venus
Trapeology.
trapeology.
Who's your professor?
Huh? Professor Snapdragon.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a tool.
He's a tool.
You just don't understand his research.
See, I tried to go to school for Venus trapeologist, but it was just learning how to rap specifically to trap beats out in outer space. So I was like, damn, that's a lot. I don't know if I can handle that.
Right.
Imagine some Venus.
We're only
Trap
getting to the
music.
stratosphere with those dicks. Like, shit, to Venus, we only talked about Mars. Venus is a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
3, 4,
Yeah.
5 miles away from the high school globe.
At least.
At least Venus.
The space stick.
Holy shit, that's a space station.
Oh yeah, now you actually
Oh,
see it.
wow.
Now you get
Yeah,
the joke.
no, it makes
Now the
perfect
joke's
sense.
coming in.
It
That's
makes
what
perfect sense.
They
It's
they
even got little
tickled.
balls at the
It's
bottom.
even got a fire bush and everything.
They let that thing tickle space like 2 days ago.
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
Like that's what everybody's been
Oh,
freaking out
fuck.
about.
It tipped the atmosphere. I'll tell you.
Oh, wow, just,
Just
a
the
tip.
tip.
Just to see what it feels like.
It was literally. It was just the tip. Literally.
Holy shit.
Literally. This is awesome.
Oh man, gosh,
Fucking Jeff Bezos.
man.
I mean, that's man.
I mean, the only other thing I
It's
wanted to
funny,
say
at
about
least.
Jeff Bezos was that I feel like the real inspiration he got from the Amazon workers was he was like, you know what? I really want a reason to shit in a bag. They talked about all this shitting in bags, and now Jeff wanted to go up there and I think he just wanted to go up there and take a shit in a bag in space. Because, like, think about taking a
Like, that was
shit
the underlying
with no
motivation.
gravity.
Yeah, but he only had like 2 hours or something.
But I bet it would have
Because
to be in a
again,
bag,
they
and
were
then
just
maybe
like-
now he will like identify more with all his drivers that have to shit in a bag and can't take a piss for
Is there
hours.
video of him like in the spaceship while he was up there?
Yeah, I'm sure, probably floating around or something.
Probably on
But that's what
like
I'm saying.
Apple
Was
TV
was
and
he
shit.
far enough
They
to be
had the
floating
better-
around?
Him and Richard Branson did the same thing. Richard Branson did it in like a plane thing that
And he went like
landed.
500 feet higher than Branson just to like,
yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't that much.
Just to
like,
stick
It was
it
a
to
couple
him.
thousand
Yeah.
feet. And
Just to stick it
it
to
was
him.
nonsense.
exactly.
But Jeff did have the one with the more windows, so it was like the better view.
Oh yeah.
But still, they were just on some bullshit. But you could do the same thing with a weather balloon and a GoPro. You get the same fucking view. It's
I mean,
literally the
there's,
same thing,
there's
dude.
fucking army foods
Straight
who
up.
jump out like, what are they called? The foods that like jump out like helo
Oh yeah, like
jumps or
50,
some shit,
60,000.
where they see the curvature of the earth jumping from fucking planes and shit.
Yeah, you gotta get way the fuck up.
I mean,
there,
it's
boy.
like special, but I mean, it's
They're
but
like-
that's like the same area. You said they
I was
couldn't
gonna
see the
say,
curvature of
as-
space, so these foods are up here jumping out of planes that fucking you can see the curvature of space on their GoPros.
Where did the Red Bull dude jump from? Probably like 50,000.
50,000 what?
Cause he jumped out in a space suit.
Ugh.
Yeah, the Red Bull dude. Somebody did it with Red Bull, and I forgot how they even got him up there.
Like
but he
you're
jumped
talking like
out.
the owner of Red Bull or like
No,
the-
no, 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 no.
They
Oh.
just do shit,
Red,
you know.
Red Bull always sponsors like that, like extreme.
Got it.
sports
Okay,
shit.
okay, okay.
And so this food did like a thing, and he went up there and jumped out like in a spacesuit. But you know how they put like the 360, so everything looks curved automatically, so that you can see everything. It's just the way the
Yeah,
lens
yeah,
works.
I got that
But
from
it's-
skate videos.
Yeah,
Fish
You know what I'm saying?
eyes.
Yeah.
It's
Fish
what-
eye. There you go.
Well, fisheye gives you like X amount of degrees, and then
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
so the 360s give you 360.
The 360 give you
And-
wings.
Yeah.
uh,
How high was it?
So Jeff Bezos went up to 106 kilometers.
I took 70 something.
Skydiver Felix Baumgartner went up 39 kilometers,
Oh, that's it, huh?
Oh wow,
24 miles, which is still crazy though.
that's crazy.
Yeah. That's wild. 11 more kilometers. He went, Jeff Bezos. This dude jumped out of a plane 11 kilometers
No,
below him.
that's
that what
not
he
what
said?
happened. No.
50. Didn't you say 50 kilometers?
No, he
No,
said.
he's saying that many up.
Pretty sure you just said. What'd
Yeah,
you say?
Jeff Bezos went up to 106
106.
kilometers.
Oh, 106.
And then the other
Richard
Richard
Branson.
Branson went up
How many miles? I'm not in
90.
Europe.
66 miles, and then Richard Branson went up 56, and the Red Bull Felix Baumgartner went up 24.
24,000?
24.
24 miles.
Oh, just 24
24
miles.
miles. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. there you
Now I'm all sorts of confused.
All right. So
kilometers
here, it's
versus
just
miles here.
From undisclosed location, I think 24 miles out.
Hmm.
That's
about,
how.
just imagine that, but vertically.
We're all spoiled.
I know. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
if you
man.
like drove from here to Boulder, that's like 25 miles. You just like turn that up in the space. And then
Boulder's
you're
like a good 40 miles away.
Even then, just
EIA
turn
would be
that up.
Closer to 25.
right. But like
Yeah,
as
yeah.
the crow flies, you gotta fly like as the crow flies. You can't be on the roads.
We're
All
getting
right,
way
well,
too
hey, hey,
specific
we are
as
getting
to the
specific.
I'm just trying to
undisclosed
get it in.
location.
It's undisclosed
yeah,
for a reason,
undisclosed location.
Y'all over here disclosing the location.
You disclosed
wrap it up,
location.
babe. Wrap it up.
You said we were not in
Speaking
Europe.
of wrapping it up, y'all want to talk about music?
Yeah, of
Oh, I
course.
could talk
I
all
think
kinds
it'd
about
be-
music.
It's been a
right
minute
now.
since we talked about
Yeah,
music.
yeah. What you got?
Why do you guys talk about Bezos a lot, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Bass, and
Ba-
O's?
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
Space a lot. Bezos, not that much.
Yeah,
but
he
like-
came into our space, and that's why he got talked about.
Space. Got it.
Yeah.
I've
Good
been.
news.
So music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have y'all been listening to?
Oh, I thought you were gonna bring something up, boy.
Oh,
No, huh?
it's the last time that we had an episode. I brought up the idea of the things that influence as kind of growing up, like the music that we kind of listen to. And I just wanted to hear your guys' perspective on it, because I was playing some PlayStation 2 video games the other day, and I realized that the soundtrack to all of that really like guided my musical taste for like a while.
Oh, that's tight.
Wow, that's
Mm.
dope.
So like shout out to Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like in all those games for
Yeah.
having like
I
some
definitely, that's the
cool-ass
first one
stuff
that
on
comes
there.
to mind.
I'm with
like
you
that.
there. Yeah, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for sure.
Like all the punk rock that I listened to and all that shit.
on
And
there,
like
but
veins
That's
of all
great.
that.
I
Yeah.
played the playlist on Spotify, and I was like, damn, I know the lyrics to all these songs, and they were just in the background as I was like kick flipping through like Canada or something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
wild.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Nah, dude, I grew up though on like, man, I was like late elementary, middle school, and early high school. Like all that was dominated by hip hop, and so especially like things like Nas and shit like that. And what's tight about you asking that question of music? What I was gonna bring up was that so this song leaked a couple years ago. That wasn't finished, and it was an old Nas song from like 95 or 94 or something, maybe even 93, right? And it was an old joint, and it leaked, and it was never finished, but like people were fucking with it, right? And somebody told somebody who knows Nas that we should just redo it. And so just the other day, a couple weeks ago, as a Spotify exclusive, he had somebody redo the beat, and then fucking I forgot who, a famous producer. I'm just blazed right now. And got Corday and Freddie Gibbs on it.
Hey.
And
That's
then
what's up.
use the same old hook and then respit how much of the verse was on the song, and then like continued for another half a verse.
Ooh.
Like, cause oh boy, and it feels. I'm gonna just play for just a second just to get a feel. It feels like '90s Nas.
Ooh,
I
I was
feel
hoping
like a
you'd say
kid.
that.
Again.
Dope.
I feel like a kid again listening to it.
Produced by Hit Boy.
Produced by Hit Boy. And it's the same sample flip as the one from the early 90s. Boy, that shit is so nasty.
Oh.
Oh man. And
Little
I feel like I'm riding my bike and I've got a Walkman in my back pocket and I'm trying not to ride too much or else it skips. You know what I'm saying? You got to do a lot more coasting.
Gotta be smooth.
And so I would pick the right songs at the top of the hill so that I could hear it all the way down without it skipping at all.
If y'all want to hear the rest of the song, check us out. Check out the playlist, LRVT Podcast.
On
We'll update it with
Spotify?
that. On Spotify.
Hell yeah.
We just don't want to get copywritten by
Hell no.
Daddy Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh man, Corday does a fresh ass verse. Does his own rendition of the hook. Freddie Gibbs has a hard ass verse. Does his
course.
own rendition of the hook. Oh, boy, man, it's just
Hip hop at its best.
That's dope.
dude. It's like the dopest thing I've heard in a minute. So dope. I love it.
God.
Anyways, that's what I was fucking with. Life is like a dice game.
I mean, it's interesting
Life
you
is like a
mentioned
dice game.
skateboarding. I feel like a lot of the music that I got into when I was in high school and stuff came from like skate videos to like, yes, on top of Tony Hawk, but skate videos, listening to some stuff, being introduced. Like I remember like hearing Andre Nicotina for the first time in a skate video.
Bro, I remember you showing me Andre Nicotina and falling in love with it.
Oh man, that was like such my early introduction to like hip hop in general. Like I started with that a lot more, and that was like West or that's
how
like
long
northern
was that?
West Coast. That was like when I was like 15.
Yeah, it was sophomore year when I met you.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, about that time when I started getting into a lot of that like kind of hip hop, and that was a different kind of thing. Not a lot of people in Denver were listening to Andre Nicotino or any of that kind of like Bay Area shit. Maybe some of the like Southern California stuff, LA, but the Bay Area stuff. And I didn't really have any other outlets for
Who's
it,
a
but I
fucking
loved
like
it.
Mac Dre back then?
But I
that
mean, a
kind of
little
Bay
bit, but
Area.
Mac Dre got fucking,
R.I.P.
murdered. Still not a solved murder. Also, I didn't know that. They still don't know.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's unfortunate.
I do remember you showing me all that though, and that was dope because it was
Yeah.
totally different. It was completely different. You couldn't like relate it to anything. It
Right.
wasn't Southern Cal. It wasn't East Coast. It wasn't like it had its own sound.
It
was
did,
nice.
and it introduced me from music to like hip hop to, the samples that they would use out there of like Billie Holiday and
Yeah.
like just old shit like that. Where I was like, what is that? And I'm like, fucking go steal that music online at that point.
LimeWire.
LimeWire, all that exactly. I
Oh,
go
yeah.
and pound that into my fucking like 30 gig like iPod with the disc.
Dude.
Like
Dude, I remember.
I remember chilling with
Back in the
Tommy Manchego. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
riding around with that. Little
Yep.
iPod.
Yep.
I remember in 9th grade, I was like a magician, boy. Because I had this CD Walkman, but it was an MP3 CD Walkman. And this
Mhm.
was like, this lasted for a year or two right before actual MP3
You got
players
them
came out.
RW discs, the
Before
ones that you
that,
could
yeah,
rewrite, so you
And you
could
get it in
redo 'em.
data, so you could do more on them too.
Like 300 songs instead of 16.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
I was in science class, like fucking with these kids, like, yo, watch this, boy, check this out. I got like 4 albums on this CD, and they're like, no way, blah blah blah. They're not used to CDs going past like 17.
Yeah.
It's
You know what I'm
based
saying?
on
I'm sitting over
data,
there,
not
I'm sitting
time.
over there like 40, 50, 60. We're over there listening to everything, and then I'd stop because they thought it was on some bullshit. And I would just let them fuck with it and just keep going through songs. They're like, what the fuck? It's just fucked up. Do you have more CDs? I'll be like, yeah, there's like 3 CDs in there, dude. It's just, but you can't open it or else it fucks it all up after we set it.
That's awesome. Remember when burning CDs was freaking amazing?
That's how
Just
you
the fact
s-
that you can make your own.
Yep, mixtapes and
Yeah.
shit where you would write on a fucking CD mixtape. that shit was
yeah.
not
Like, bro,
a
do you have a
tape.
CD burner at home?
Oh
Can
man,
you-
you had
can
to
you
get
burn
the
these for me?
replacement. They were like $100
Yeah.
too. You get the replacement from your normal little disk drive from CD-ROM to CD-RW, and baby,
So,
it was on after that.
I couldn't afford a CD burner, so I would make my little list of stuff that I wanted, and then I would give it to our boy Michael Hudson,
Yep.
and he'd burn some CDs for me.
Yep.
Y'all ever
I
get the
burned
wrong
some
ones?
CDs for you too all the time.
Boy, I got the wrong ones on LimeWire back in the day.
Oh,
I'd, like, try
Soldier
to
Boy
get-
got famous doing that.
I tried to get them too early. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had Kanye, College Dropout. And forever I had that shit. Boy, I didn't realize until like 2010 that I had one that missed like 4 songs and had 2 songs by some dude. I ain't know who the fuck it was. I'm so stunned. I was like, oh yeah, this must be Kanye's homie. They have 2 songs on the front. You know what I mean?
Just let him have 2 tracks real quick.
I thought that was a thing until like 2000. I was like, holy fuck. This song's tight. What album is this? I thought it was some new shit. They're like, so this is his first album. I was like, what?
no, it isn't.
Mine.
I got his first album. Y'all ever heard this track?
I got his first album. Dropped
is
out
his
of
homie.
college. I got his first album. Dropped out of college. You don't got that one?
That's awesome.
Oh man, that's how Soldier Boy got famous.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
He would put his songs up, but would title them and label them with like more
The new-
popular shit.
Whatever
So
just
people would
dropped.
like download it, and then they would get a fucking ooh instead of a Britney Spears song and shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then built his fucking. I mean, it was.
I mean, shit,
fucking
you still see that on
genius for the
YouTube,
time.
so-
Like, god dang.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
this
yeah.
was like. I mean, that shit was going on
Yeah.
early in that game. But yeah, shout out to that weirdo Soldier Boy, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's a weirdo. Everybody pretty weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I met a lot of motherfuckers.
I'm
and
more
most
confident to
people
say
are
that he
weird.
is than he is not. So I'll stick with what I said.
All right. All right.
I remember some shit
What
going
about
down
you,
with him
Eric?
being
What you been
goofy.
listening to?
Oh, more recently, Midwest emo.
The fuck does that mean?
Is that a
It-
band or is that a genre?
It's genre. Think spoken poetry with pretty instrumentals, but then it's kind of people just yelling.
I'm thinking pause.
Um,
Yeah. We can stop that one next.
So you'll have songs like. So this is La Dispute. Oh, is it gonna play? So it'll range from stuff like that
Whoa.
to.
It sounds depressing. Are you okay?
That's intense,
Stuff
bro.
like
That's
that.
wild.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's an experience.
It gives me like some like weird Bright Eyes meets like kind of Rage Against the Machine vibes. Not so much in exactly those tones, but kind of the way he was rapping at first. But it's like, the inflection on the voice bugs the fuck
It's
out of me.
wild. On the other end, it's been Joe Hisaishi, which if y'all don't know who that is,
Nope.
he is the composer that does all the music for the Studio Ghibli like movies, which are like animated movies, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. They're really pretty.
I know Howl's Moving
animated
Castle.
movies.
Hmm.
But it's just like really pretty instrumentals.
Beautiful
Like
movie.
Okay.
this.
See, I fuck with that right there. Yeah, that shit hard right
That's
there.
some
boy.
Zelda shit right there. I like
It's-
that.
I could
I
play
fuck,
that
I fuck
shit.
around and smoke a blunt to that.
Yeah.
Fuck around, have a good idea.
Takes you, like,
Fuck around and have a good idea, boy.
Anyways, that's about it. More recent new music. Let's check it out.
Well, while you look for that, if you haven't checked out the new Vince Staples album, that's pretty good. 22,
Ooh, I fuck
23
with Vince
minutes to go
Staples.
through. And then also on top of that, the new Tyler, the Creator album is like I still haven't even gone through. I've gone through it maybe 2-3 times. Still don't feel like it's enough. It's a good one. It's a good one.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge Tyler the Creator fan. I've never heard a Tyler the Creator song where I was like, "Damn, that was tight."
Really?
Never.
I'm not a huge fan either, but there's been some songs or some verses, and I'm just like, oh shit.
I remember
know.
walking
Yeah.
into PacSun one time, and I was like, "This is kind of cool. Who is it?" And they were like, "It's Tyler," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
Never heard the song afterwards.
Yeah, I wouldn't look it up, but when I hear it sometimes, it's like, yeah, I can fuck with this shit. But I don't go out of my way, I guess.
Oh no, I fuck
Yeah.
with him pretty heavy. I think he's like up there with like I respect him as much as I respect Pusha T. Like
Oh, okay.
I fuck with
I thought you
fuck
were gonna
with
say some
Tyler.
crazy shit. Go ahead.
Mm.
I mean, I like Pusha T a lot.
I remember
too.
you playing Tyler the Creator on your, it's like, I think it was like your bachelor, whatever, like the night before your wedding type of thing, and we listened to it all night. Tyler the Creator.
Probably that
at your
Yonker
house.
song.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
where he eats like the
That's it.
cockroach on the YouTube video and
Yes.
throws up.
Yeah, it was that one.
That's fucking
This is when he was just
all
coming
the
out.
Tyler shit. But I
Yeah.
mean, this new
Yeah, some thing.
the last album from Tyler, the Flower Boy one, that was like not my favorite, but really good. Whole different thing. If you listen to like the whole stories and like more just like follow his like life and shit. But I think this one is the one that kind of breaks the mold out of like kind of the where Tyler was, where that like his fan base is a lot, you know, it's very dedicated. But then there's people who are like, yeah, Tyler Creator, whatever. But I think this is the kind of the album that does bridge it. Like you heard the Wayne verse on it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
It
shit
made
that
him
bridges
step up
that
his
shit.
game.
And we talked about that
Like,
too,
that was
right?
dope.
And Tyler does that really well, and he makes other people come through at their hardest because Tyler's, I really do think, is a genius on this level of, yeah, and I think Pusha T is too. I mean, fucking look at the McDonald's shit, dude. Pff, balls out on that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm loving it.
That shit. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it. Pusha T wrote that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Still get through.
Paid.
Paid.
He is paid
For sure.
for doing like what is that, like 5 notes? Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum, 6 notes. I'm like that fucking paid.
That's dope. That's dope. I had
Like
no idea.
respect, because it's about doing the game in different ways, doing it your way, and fucking I don't know. Like look at good music. The only thing that really was a failure in good music, I think, has been Designer. Besides that artist, like everybody else is doing their thing, doing pretty well. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy their fucking albums. I enjoy what they do, and this Tyler album is on that level
When
where
they were
it's
doing
just
Good
like,
Friday.
oh man,
remember-
that was
yeah,
back in the
that shit
day.
was
Fucking
fucking
Good
awesome.
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
but
dope.
they don't do that shit no more.
Yeah. Good times.
But yeah, this new Tyler album, I would definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a listen for the whole album. Let it play through the whole way. Definitely towards the end of the album, it gets pretty serious and like, but it's some of the writing that it's just, oh man, it reminded me of like the storytelling of Merce, but in a way that it's not not so linear as like Merce like writes stories, and like a lot of people write those stories. It's kind of jumps around, but if you listen to it, it definitely pulls it in, and it's a fucking wild story. Because if you just to give a little background, the Flower Boy album, he came out as gay. If you didn't like in that album, and then this song like kind of towards the end of the album talks a lot, like he like goes through an experience of like going on a date with a woman while this man waits in the car and shit, and like his feelings about being there and like that person in the car, that person that he's it's fucking wild. Like, and he does like Tyler brings it like on that, he puts it on like the 9th out of like 12 tracks or some shit like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's kind of towards the last like quarter of the album that you're hearing this, so you got to kind of hear the whole thing, and it makes more, you know, you feel more into the vibe, into the context of the story, that once you hear it, then I wouldn't say just jump into that one first, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, third song on there is the one with Lil Wayne, and it goes through some different shit. It's fucking boppy, and it has fun stuff. It's got more serious stuff.
Boppy.
But by far the best samples I've fucking caught on a Tyler album for sure, where it's just like, whew, they're
produced
getting
it?
them. They're getting them. Like,
Who produced it?
I don't know. Actually, I have not looked into the production of it yet. I've literally just been trying to digest the fucking lyrics and the beats and the sounds for now.
That's dope. I'll take a listen.
I mean, I'll give it a try. I'm not saying to have no like expectations for me to come back and be like, yo, that was off the hook, boy.
I know. I gotta
it's
show
not
you
my
shit like
thing.
8 times, and like by the 8th time, you're like, "Why the fuck you ain't never showed me this shit?" And I'm like, "I've showed you this so many
I
times."
fuck with smooth shit right away.
You just
showed me
gotta
Michael
feel about
Christmas,
it.
and I fuck with Michael Christmas immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately.
That's true. But I mean, if you don't fuck with Michael Christmas, do you even like hip hop?
Boy, It's just smooth, like it's easy, boy. Sometimes you
Yeah.
just be pulling out some weird shit.
I'm not the
I don't know what to
only
do.
one.
And so you pull out some shit sometimes that made me want to go. I don't know about that one. I mean, fuck around and pull a neck, put a little neck collar real
In the
quick.
same
Oh.
conversation, though, you were like, "I fuck with this artist. I showed you some, I showed you some Axo Cream." And you're like, "I fuck with this. This is real shit. I listen to any kind of shit like this." I played
I fuck
another
with
song,
motherfuckers who can rap. That's what I say.
right? But then I play another song by the same artist, and then you're like, "Fuck this fucking strip club booty shit. I don't want to hear any of this shit." It was literally a quote from you.
True. I don't.
That's quoted.
I don't want to hear it.
So real quick, Tyler's album was produced by Jamie XX and Jay Versace, and then Tyler wrote, and also not produced by, but just want to throw out MF Doom. No, he wasn't. He didn't produce that.
No.
And then
You just
came out
tossing that
MF
in
Doom.
there.
I feel like it's been a
R.I.P.
minute since-
MF Doom.
Did you ever actually listen to any of the music?
I mean, I listened to a couple. It's still not my thing, but I get it. He can rap.
You like motherfuckers that
And I
rap?
fucking motherfuckers that can rap. It's not my joints, though. I'm like,
Some of them, maybe. You like that Mando Calrissian song,
I
but
did
that
fuck with
was
that
our
shit.
face, and I don't think you might have liked the Doom part of it the most. But the other, like Wu-Tang Fo's on there, you know, Inspector Deck. And
look, man, I don't know, man. Sometimes there's specific kinds of flows that I just don't fuck with. And so I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, what am I supposed to do?
Big Sean for me.
I fuck with Big Sean's
I know,
flow.
but I like I
Can't fuck
don't.
with Big Sean.
It's just I mean, he's fine, but like I just get so fucking tired of it. Get like
I'm the same.
halfway through a
I'm
verse,
the
I'm
same.
just like
He does
I'm
have a
done with this
unique
next.
But I
I
fuck
just
with it.
his
Yeah.
flow is just it bugs me a little bit, and like his voice and his flow combined. Same with like Eminem too. Like his flow's tight, but his voice always just kind of turned me off so much that I never really like. I listen to all the albums. I still listen to Eminem albums when they come out. I don't like listen to them again. You know, I haven't listened to an old Eminem album since I was a kid. You know,
Yeah.
it's just not my thing though. His voice always just
Yeah,
like,
I still love Eminem, but Big Sean, I'm with you. It's
Yeah.
just there's something off. I just feel like there's something off.
Nah, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Hmm.
cool. He
different strokes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's true. Yeah, no, I ain't mad at his flow at all. He definitely rides a unique beat and a unique part of the pattern.
Yes. he
But I
does.
think that's what's dope about it
Yes.
is because it's like it's hard to replicate, but he's not off beat. And
No.
so it's a
No.
hard thing to write. Well, I take that back. If you just break down real quick the formula, I'm sure you could write just that way. It's just hard for that naturally to be something that you do.
Right.
Because
And so
naturally,
consistently.
we want to hit.
I know he
like
raps
this
like
bass
4/4
line or this drum, and
You know
he
what I
hits like this hi hat.
Right, he
Like,
hits
yeah,
like
he'll-
a
yeah.
4/4 beat on
Yeah.
like a 3/4 time, and it's
Yeah.
really fucking weird. Where he like
I
has
think
this
it's
weird
tight, though.
triplet kind of. It's not a triplet, but it's like a delayed third. I don't know fucking music theory well
He's
enough
just
to talk
ri-
about
he's
it,
just
but it's like
writing
it's
a
just a
different part of the
slightly
beat.
offbeat
Yeah.
thing that we're normally used to hearing on like and he just cuts it right at the right time, and he always knows how to use. I respect Big Sean. Right, I get kind of what he does a little bit to
But
the
it's
amount
just
I can
off.
listen to it. But for me, like I'm just like next because it just bugs
Nah.
me.
He says some tight shit. Boy.
He does
Oh,
too.
he
But
does.
like, I
He
don't
does.
fuck with
Yeah.
you.
Like you
some
said,
of
he
those
can
songs,
rap.
Like, I
He's
dig
like-
that shit.
He's like, go you as the trip. Let's make it a couple's retreat. I'm like, oh, that shit was tight, boy. Man, Big Sean's tight. Fuck y'all.
I'm not disagreeing with
Fuck
that. I'm
y'all.
just saying it's just that flow.
Y'all hating on my homie Big Sean, boy. I'm about to put on this fool's jersey and flex on you right now.
He's sponsored by Tesla and shit, bud.
Oh, yeah, boy. About to have Elon Musk's face on as a patch right here. Bang.
Oh hell no.
Oh man. Yikes.
Smoking a
Yikes.
joint.
There you go from the Joe.
Oh, yeah. You ever
Schmogan
watch him?
podcast? Watch what?
The Joe Rogan podcast.
Watch Elon smoking joints on it.
No, did you watch the podcasts?
I watched that one. Yeah,
Oh, you like the full thing?
I think I did. Yeah.
With who?
With Elon Musk.
Oh shit, I have not.
He's had two.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta watch
Elon's
those.
a
He
strange
talks
dude.
about making the rocket shaped like dicks on the
Seems
second
to,
one,
though.
actually.
Nice.
Yeah, he does actually, and he actually makes it, which I'm surprised the internet hasn't grabbed it yet. Is like that's like a Spaceballs joke, I'm pretty sure, and he mentions like because that's like uber nerd shit, Spaceballs, and he mentions it kind of about like making it more round, like make it less pointy is the joke in there, and then we see all, like after that interview, we haven't like I guess we haven't seen all these rocket dicks yet, but. You know, I think it was Wednesday they all went up, or it was like Tuesday for Branson,
Yeah.
Wednesday for Jeffy, and yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
just I thought about that
Y'all
second
aren't
episode on
nervous
Joe
about
Rogan.
what that ends up about the reach that the Space Force may try to take and use that as like their catalyst?
I mean, I might be Justin, but we got to wrap this shit up right now. We can get to that on the next one.
Man, the Space Force, they're gonna fuck space up, boy.
Hmm.
We gotta vote against
Yeah.
them. Unless it's like, I don't know, someone we trust in space. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, if it's Ludacris and goddamn Tyrese.
Vince Diesel.
if it's Ludacris and Tyrese, then if they're the ones heading, because they've been there, if they're the
Right.
ones heading
In
the
a Pontiac,
Space Force,
some shit.
then I'm fucking on board. Fast and the Furious 12, here we go.
That's it.
Until then, nah, man. They're trying to fuck shit up.
Mm-mm.
And they gave us a funny Netflix show to make it palatable. That's the last thing I
I'm
got
down
to
for
say.
Ludacris.
It's been the Lone Ranger for Stanto in this motherfucker. Y'all got anything more?
Not a thing. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Jose, actually, one more thing. Jose, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for
coming
having.
on
This
the
is so
podcast.
spontaneous. Like it just happened. So thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah. Thanks for rolling with the punches too. Thanks
Glad we
all
could
of
figure
you
it
for
out.
rolling with the punches there too, with all the figuring it out. We got it through today, and thank y'all. We'll
And
be
huge
back in 2
motherfucking
weeks.
thanks to Eric for figuring this shit out so we could be live for y'all. All 4 of our mics and not on some bullshit because we almost was on some bullshit.
Mm.
Know what I'm talking about?
Worked out.
I just
Love
press buttons. Thank y'all for the consistent 4 people that have been watching us. If I knew names, I would shout y'all out by name. But we truly appreciate you guys.
Thanks for pressing the right buttons.
Well,
No.
thanks for them being in the right place. If y'all want to know more about the podcast, we have about 30-some episodes behind us.
Follow us at LRVT Podcast on all the shits, lrvtpodcast.com. We got the audios. We got the rest of the audios coming. We're still catching up on those. But all the videos are on Facebook. Most of them are on YouTube. And, yeah.
Check them out. Look out for the Spotify playlist as well, where we'll put some Andre Nicotina.
Oh, yep.
We'll
Follow
put
us on
some
Instagram.
skateboard shit.
Skateboard shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Love it.
Jose, you want to wrap us out? Anything else?
Nope,
Any
that's it.
plugs?
Thank you
Anything?
guys. You know what? I am gonna say one thing just to put it out there. Working on some new music,
Hey.
and really excited for that. So yeah, that's it.
Tight.
Cool.
Oh, well, we the Diamond Boys, too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's the Lone Ranger for Stanto. This motherfucker. We've been out.
Diamond Boys.
There you go.
I think I did too many.